Hello everybody, Tyre here with another episode of BeamNG Drive. Today's episode we are focusing on what I had for Season 2 vehicles. Now unfortunately the Vertex does not seem to currently be in with the RLS Career Content Pack and all that good stuff, so unfortunately we get to miss out on that one, for now at least, right? But what I did want to take a look at, mic here, sorry, was kind of how we're going to do with this. Now, we can see we do have the T-Series there. I do plan on doing a bit of a special lap towards the end. So if we go into free cam, is a little bit on the quick side yet. I'd like to have it around 25. Here we are. We've got a tri-axle 53-foot trailer with the ramp set up. So as the vehicles roll in, we can put them on there. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all of these, but I'm going to try and get what I can on here. So we're going to go ahead and start with a good old, whatever this is, the cross sport? Yeah, the cross sport. And then we'll probably do the bus and the truck and then get to our other two cars themselves there. So a little bit of a warning, it is a little bit loud with this car because this is the rally car. We do have rally tires on. I thought about changing it, but I was like, well, let's actually go ahead and see how this handles as it sits. Traction control is off. We're going to watch these tires melt and probably break the car as well. Hopefully I will remember to add in some times to this. Do a bridge to gantry. So we've got the bridge that is up over here, and then the gantry is back down there. That way it's kind of a comparable time that we can... Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to continue straight across and put this right out of the trailer there. And speedometer is in kilometers per hour currently for this one. Gotta really slow down for the corners though. I think it would also be nice. We'll go ahead and get some camera angles here, different kind of camera angles and stuff going. The sound of this car is going to be absolutely amazing. We'll be gearing limited on a lot of these straights here, so Thought I was being early on the brakes, but no, I'm not. Overall handling isn't too bad. I mean, being a rally car here. Don't think I messed up my steering, just a brush with the wall there. Oh, it is pulling to the right a little bit. A little bit squirrely there, going back and forth between the grass and the asphalt here. Late on the braking for that section though. Also fighting that little bit of a pull to the right side there. Almost around now. tires. Okay, rear tires are cold. Front tires are getting a little bit warm, but honestly, I'm surprised for rally tires. They're holding up pretty well, especially the rear being cold. I would think it would have been warm, but no, we're good. Gear ratio tops out at about 130, 140, I want to say. Like we burnt nearly half a tank of gas to go around here. Better make sure I have this a bit centered here. That should be perfect. And we'll be right back with the next vehicle here. Okay, let's go ahead. There we go. We have the bus here, which I actually did not know this until now. 750 horsepower, almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, pound-feet of torque. That's the way you wish to look at it, to be honest. I suppose pound-feet would be a little bit more appropriate and realistic there. Didn't want to hit the map button on accident there. Went to hit the end key, make sure I get my high beams on. I'm going to try to fill in what we can for lighting ahead of us. And also we got to do this. Get another replay running here. Did forget to do that. It's okay though. I think gearing is likely going to be another issue again for this guy. We'll take a look though. It does rev out very nice. This does very good for revs here, so. Back to miles per hour in the speedometer department there. Ooh. Ooh, man, another gear there. Brakes might also be an issue here. Put that traction control on so we don't drift too much. Imagining actually seeing this going around here in real life, oh my gosh, that'd be insane. Tires are likely going to get burningly hot here soon, so trying to be gentle to help preserve them a little bit. And our odometer should show us about the correct length or run of the track here. And just a little bit hot there. Yep. Okay, we're managing him pretty good. I think those front tires are already hot, to be honest. temperatures look alright so far too, which is good. Traction control is really working hard though on this here. As much as I would love to drift this thing around here, I know that tires be an issue. Already having a hard time kind of keeping it lined up good here. There's the brakes in the rear. Gotta try to be ahead with the braking here a bit. Rear brakes are going to be a fight for a while here. We got our nice long straight here. It's all uphill, of course. And into the carousel and some of the more tighter corners where things will actually be pretty hard to handle, and I might crash if I don't even make it there. Ooh. Turning pretty hard in just to make it around this section here. Finally managed to shift. I have no doubts that our tires are just blisteringly hot right now. I don't want to check. I want to try to keep it a mystery as I go around here just for me, so that way I can try to see how I adapt and handle that. Definitely slow through here. Brakes are going to start giving out a good bit. Tires are going to get really, really good hot. Realistically, they should just pop, but they won't. Yeah, I can tell those rear tires are just getting toasty because not even on the throttle and that rear end is trying to step out here. But we are making it through. Managed to slow down enough there. Don't know if I really got any air over that though. What I likely do, I may end up ruining things, but that last corner I'm going to turn off the traction control and we'll give her a little bit of a drift and hopefully they don't crash. We take these two lefts here and then we have the big long right that opens up after a little bit there. Pause for a moment so I could just hit that. Gearbox mode changed. I had control held. Thank you very much. Yeah, not quite. I was hoping the tires would be a lot hotter. They are pretty hot though. Surprising. We'll see what we can get for speed here though. There's the line. And I gotta imagine this is a bus. So this is an absolute brick moving through. Like the Jeep Cherokee has a better coefficient of drag. Whoa. Tires burst going off the track there. Okay, well that was a surprise for sure. Put it in neutral and we'll just kind of coast on up here, but we'll see what the times are. And I mean, I don't personally know, but I know that this one was pretty slow. Again, it's a bus, so I mean, doesn't surprise me. Wow, yeah, the front rim is just stuck there. Wow, yeah, we got like 120 degrees Celsius in the rear, and that's just as it sits right now. Wow, that's pretty decent. Definitely looks like some camber and other adjustments could be done there. Oh, this is going to be rough trying to get vehicles on here. Got it in park, parking brake on, turn it off completely. I don't know why. I guess career mode is a thing that really has conditioned me to doing that. Turn that off completely. Okay, let's see here. We want this guy next, so I will be back in just a few moments. Make sure I get this stuff kind of set up. Okay, there we go. We got a replay. Another loud one here. Man, do I love the sound of this. Here we get our high beams on. Let's see. Yeah, this is the final version of this guy. We have our regular tires on, everything like that. No traction control, just straight up four-wheel drive. This thing is gonna absolutely haul. basically a 1,000 horsepower truck. It really is 900, but specifics, right? At this point, it's just insane. Gonna hope that the brakes will hold up. The tires I know will not, but I know I've done an episode before with it, but feeling pretty confident with actually getting a decent time down with it now. A little bit of air there, ran just a hair bit wide. We do not have a gearing issue for this guy that I'm aware of, at least. Just a little bit early, but to help us get out of the corner a little bit smoother. Just the shift a little bit there. Absolute flying machine. This is taking a lot just to make sure it stays straight on the track, just corner very well and everything. This was not four-wheel drive. Oh my gosh, this would be insane to handle around here. Put on some speed again. This to shift. lines are not great here, but much as I'm having a battle, just to make sure this thing doesn't go around too crazy. But I'm also trying to use that rotation to help corner a little bit better. We're going to give it a shot with a drift here. Not really. Those front tires really got hot and the brakes, so definitely some room for improvement there. But 160 right there, that's awesome. This might fit this truck on here. There we go. Buttered up on into there. That's pretty good. This truck is honestly a lot more fuel efficient than the bus or the Crossport. That's crazy. That's going to be fun to have that taken around, right? Alright, let's save that replace. I can use that. It's F2 in case anybody's wondering. Do need a little bit of extra compute power though. Alright, now a couple of different vehicles here, so I will be right back. Just want to make sure I get each clip separate for the vehicles so that way I can time everything better. There we go. Get all the lighting on. We are right-hand drive in this car, so this may not go so well, being that we were left-hand drive for everything else, but usually pretty good at adapting here. Yeah, this is not going to be very fast, even though we do have a good transmission to help. I think we have 230 horsepower about, 226. Isn't too bad. I think we gained just like 65 from the the turbocharger we put in here. Main concern again is going to be the brakes and the wheels here. It does have good turn in though. Holy cow, I forgot about that. this handle very well considering. Might actually do a pretty respectable time here considering with the power. Yeah, I'm thinking I gotta be slower, and no, the car just keeps telling me push more. It's like, ooh, man, look at that. Or at least it feels fast. I shouldn't say it is. I can't say for sure, just know that it feels very fast here. I could have held that flat, I'm sure. Get a lot of focus to make sure that I keep this car pinned on the edge here. That there, I definitely could have exited a lot faster. Much better there. If I could just go and mild lift there. There we go. Some brake fade up in the front, okay. But now we're gonna go down this straight. We should be able to cool our brakes a bit as long as I don't touch them. I really shouldn't have to. Still pulling though, that's just crazy. Yeah, that's about our equilibrium there in speed. Brakes seem to actually hold up okay. A little bit of brake fade at a moment there, but now we'll get to see if it comes back to this section or not. They seem to cool down pretty well after that straight section there, the long run. So that's good news. Go ahead and get a jump here. Not a massive one, but it was a little bit there. Wonder if the wheels actually were off the ground. I don't know yet, but you guys will have seen probably from a replay there. Front tire's a bit hot, rear tires are cool. Crazy there. We get for a speed, it looks like I'd say 140 to 150 top speed here. Well, definitely maybe even 160. We're gonna go ahead and hit that here. A bit of an uphill, but we'll get down here because I'm sure we can get it. Maybe 140 to 150 actually, okay. But holy guacamole, this car really does handle well considering how that actually only has 226 horsepower. I think that was amazing. All right. Next we got this guy. I don't call it the cringe-mobile, right? There we go. That helps me line it all up and oh, cool trick there. So that guy was moving like that for them tires we got. And they got more power, almost double. This thing really is going to rip around this track for sure here. Right-hand drive, we got tinted windshield though. Oh my goodness. Sneak peek for you. With fourth gear doing 150. You only have 5 gears though. Doesn't like me auto shifting, so I'm gonna have to use the clutch manually here. Definitely hard to see though. This tinted windshield going at these speeds. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep. Ooh, geez. Okay. Give that another shot here. In third person only because of the windshield. That kind of makes it harder for me to judge. You can still see, but not great. So we'll actually be able to see everything here, tire temps, all that stuff, which that might have been the issue, is the tires might have gotten hot. started getting cold. Definitely we try to push the car hard through here to get some heat into the tires. Really working for the front end, but not the rear end there. Well, that'll do the rear end a little bit. Not exactly intentional, but that is okay. Warmth of the front tires there. Definitely gotta watch that now. Really getting into the vibe of driving the car, so working very well. Front tires are a little bit warm, but rear tires have finally warmed up, so we're happy there. of hard to not stay out of focus mode here. I wouldn't say this car is hard to drive, but to get the most out of it, you definitely got to push pretty good, because... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I have to say this is my favorite as far as racing vehicle from that last season of RLS Career here. Front tires are starting to really get some heat now. There we go. And we'll see what we can get for speed here. It's still pulling. We got 416 horsepower, and this thing just moves. And we're pushing uphill. Downhill here. That braking performance, even with the tires being a bit toasty there, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This thing just handles amazingly well. What happened here? Hear wind. Why do I hear wind? Luke's drafting mod. The vehicles being here. Ah. I did not happen to notice the bus, so it must have been because of me flying through so fast that him messed up with the Luke's drafting mod. So that's something to pay attention to. Yeah, because this is absolutely blown off of here. The truck is sitting there. Oh, I hit tab and something happened there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the truck or the trailer, one of the two, has just like this air going at it now. I must have blew by so fast that it just messed everything up here. Let's go ahead and... The bus actually rolled off of there. You can see that in the quick little reset deal there. That's crazy. I'm going to load these cars back up onto there. Be back in just a moment. Alright, got it all set up. This is going to go horribly wrong at some point. That's just a matter of time, but I want to see how far I can go. Or if I can actually get a full lap without, you know, just cruising through or something like that. So, got all the differentials, all the good stuff locked here. Strangely, it's not letting me use the keyboard change the high-low gear ratio. And we're definitely not going very fast, so that's okay though, because it really shouldn't last too long. Let's go ahead and just put that straight up into there. Relying more on torque, but we're going to go downhill here. Realistically speaking, there's several reasons that this truck would never be in any sort of a public session here. Yeah, that did not go very well, that's for sure. Oh, that poor truck back there. Between the truck and the bus. Let's see. For some reason, like, my keyboard is just not working for the game right now. Doing that. With the camera controls and all that stuff, no. There we go. Had a key stuck. That was what it was. I don't mean physically, but like software-wise, you get that once in a while where like not actually holding your shift key, but it actually seems to be held. Let's go ahead and pop in a free cam here. Yeah. Get you up and over real quick. Yeah, you can kind of see that top just wiggling around. You know, honestly, as far as the bus goes, they have a headache or two, but could survive that. The rally car pretty much just went off, and then, I mean, there's no issue there. That would probably be the vehicle I'd choose to be in, but the truck. Oh man, I don't know about the truck there. Go. The truck did not really make it very well. You were in that. Yeah, I don't think I need to say anything more about that. I had to have a little bit of fun with the truck, the T-Series here, though. Let's disconnect. See what we can actually do here. Just a little bit of a drift there. Having a little bit of speed and then on that downhill, I suppose that's probably what helped. There we go with that whole front bumper situation and all that again. Maybe just how the asphalt is here or something, maybe a little bit different. But we'll see here what our top speed is actually. Like 85, 86 miles an hour. Just pretty fair. See if we can get ourselves a little bit of a grass drift. Ooh, that got so super close. I'm betting I don't have a replay going. I do. Good, so we can get a good close-up onto that, but I think due to time, I'm going to end this episode. I don't actually know how long I've recorded for or how long this can end up being, but hopefully not too long. If you did enjoy today's episode, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content with RLS Career, stuff like this, the vanilla career mode, maybe a few others in the future, as well as like maybe tutorial videos or something, just go ahead and subscribe. I've also got my Discord link down in the description, as well as several other YouTubers and all the mods that I use in each video. Otherwise, guys, that'll be it for today's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.